Hello, welcome to the 10th episode of Devendu's podcast. Before starting with the story, I would like to congratulate Team India for winning the ICC World Cup of 2024. So, today's story is about the crane and the crab. Once upon a time, there was a crane who lived near a big lake which was full of fishes and other water creatures. The crane had grown so old that he could not catch fish from the lake anymore. He became weak with every passing day due to the lack of food. Unable to bear the hunger anymore, he thought of an idea. As planned, he sat at the edge of the lake for everybody to see and began crying. On seeing this, a crab took pity on him and went near. "Uncle, what's the matter? Why are you crying instead of catching fishes?" Continuing to pretend, the crane replied, "My child, I would not touch any fish anymore. I have decided to quit all worldly matters and promise to undertake a fast unto death." The crab asked, "If you have indeed promised to quit all worldly matters, why is it that you cry?" The crane explained, "My child, I have been in this lake from my birth. I have grown here, and it is now that I have grown so old that I hear that this lake will dry up as there will be no rains for the next 12 years. The crab was surprised to hear this. "Uncle, please tell me if it is true. Please tell me where you heard such a thing." The crane replied, "I have heard this news from a wise astrologer that there will be no rains for the next 12 years. You see, there is not much water in the lake, and very soon, due to the lack of rains, the lake will dry up completely very soon." The crab was surprised by the news of what is to happen to them and went to tell this to the other water creatures and friends. On hearing this piece of news, everybody started to panic. They believed the crane as he was not trying to catch any fish at all. So, they met the crane to seek advice. "Please guide us to save us from this disaster." The crane said, "There is indeed a lake not far away from here. It is full of water and beautifully covered with lotus flowers. There is so much water in the lake that it would not dry up even if it did not rain for 24 years. I can take you there if you can ride on my back." He had already gained their confidence. So, they gathered around him and requested to carry them one at a time to the other lake and save them. The wicked crane had succeeded in his plan. Every day, he would carry one of them on his back, pretending to take them to the other lake. After flying a little away from the lake, he would eat them up. He would then return after some time to the lake and relate false messages about how they are happy in the other lake. This happened for many days, when the crab said to the crane, "Uncle, you take others to the lake, but it is me who is your first friend. Please take me to the other lake to save my life." The crane was very happy to hear this. He thought to himself, "Having a fish every day has become very boring. It is good that I will get to eat a crab today for a change." Having thus decided, the crane started carrying the crab to the same rock. When the crab looked down from above, he saw a heap of bones and skeletons. At once, the crab understood what the crane was up to. He remained calm and said to the crane, "Uncle, the lake seems quite far from here and I am quite heavy. You must be getting tired. Let us stop for some rest." The crane was confident that there was no way the crab could escape from him. The crane replied, "There is no lake for real. This trip is for my own meal. As I do every day, I will smash you against a rock and make a meal out of you." When the crane confessed the truth, the crab got hold of the crane's neck with its strong claws, strangled him to death. The crab laughed at himself that he had saved himself and the other water creatures from the trick played by the crane. He dragged the crane back to the lake. The other water creatures in the lake were surprised to see him back. They became curious and asked all sorts of questions. The crab laughed and replied, "We were all being made fools. The crane was a spy, and what he told us about the lake drying up was all false. He was taking one of us every day for his meal on a rock not far away from here." He proudly said, "I understood what he was up to and have killed the trickster. There is no need to worry, for we are safe in the lake. It is not going to dry up at all." The wise indeed say, when things go wrong, use your intelligence to overcome the situation. I hope you guys like this story. I shall soon meet you in the next episode with a new story. Please follow my podcast and click the bell icon for more updates.